This is my plain white fondant, and I've skipped past the boring bit, which is sifting the pure icing sugar. This is 1.315 kilos of icing sugar. I've got 10 grams of actiwhite in here, and the actiwhite I've just mixed with 73 grams of water and just bloomed that together for a little bit. I've also got 165 grams of corn syrup, and I've melted down 95 grams of white fat, so this is what it comes like, and I've just melted that to a liquid. And I've also got 3/4 of a teaspoon of glycerine, and I've got 3.75 teaspoons of CMC. So we just make a well, and in that we'll add our egg white, get all the little bits out with it, and I just realised I should have really started with the powder and just tip the powder on first. I've also got just a little tiny bit of white colouring. If you're doing bright white fondant, you can add some powder white colouring or some liquid white colouring if you want, but you don't really need to. So scrape my corn syrup in. Remember, get all the little bits, and it's good. Then onto the fat. So the fat's still quite warm. It's not hot, it's just warm. Pour that in. Then my glycerine. I always got a little bit less on the glycerine. So with this as well, I've used a super high quality CMC. So because I've used the super concentrate CMC, or the tylose powder, I only need the 3.75 teaspoons of it, and they're flat teaspoons. If you're using a cheaper or a bulk tylose powder, then you might need to double that amount. So, and that's one of those things that you just do by feel. So just keep folding that through and try and get as much of the powder combined as possible first, and I'm just squeezing that through. And the fat that I've used is called snow cream, so it's just a nice soft white fat like Crisco. You can also use things like copha or any white fat. The snow cream's really nice. It's just a vegetable fat. It's really soft and easy to work with. So I nearly got all of the little bits of loose powder up. Just take bits and swipe them around the bowl so that you get everything off the sides, because you don't want to leave anything behind. And then once you've got it to that point, just move it off to one side. And I've just got there to stop the bowl from marking my bench. Take a little bit of your excess fat, so that's that excess fat, and just wipe it on the bench. Just helps to stop things from sticking as badly. And tip that out, tip that on top, and just knead all of that through. And I've sort of done this in the wrong order. I made the black first before making the white. But it doesn't really have any ill effects because it cleans up easily enough. So just keep that moving through, and the gloves just help to stop the white from sticking to my hands too much. So you don't really need them when you're making white, but it is a bit nicer. And it'll just take another 2 minutes of kneading, and then that will be right. So when I'm kneading this, I'm just folding it and stretching it away from me. So folding it towards myself and then stretching it away. That gives a really nice smooth Nice smooth fondant. And you can see how stretchy that is already. I can use this straight away. I can roll this out right now and drape this over a cake and it'll work perfectly. If I leave this for half an hour or an hour just off to one side at room temperature, it will continue to improve. But there's not really any great need to. And that's that. Perfect fondant, all good, ready to go. You can see it smooths out nice, it tastes nice. It tastes as good as the marshmallow fondant. All you've got to do is just add some vanilla flavouring to it, and that's it. So, perfect fondant, super fast. Thank you. I'm just going to wrap that up, and that will last in the fridge for 2 to 3 months, or at room temperature for a couple of weeks. And on a cake, it'll last ages. So, done. Thank you. That's my black and my white homemade fondants all bagged up and just waiting to be used. Perfect and ready to go. Lovely fondant.